What's going on, everyone? I'm the OPJellicent. Today I'm building around Scarf Kommo-o for Sword and Shield OU. Then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. This is basically one of those like lure scarfers that opponents will get caught off guard by and leave in their offensive threat against. So like it can easily pick up surprise kills against Choice Specs Kyurem as well as Hydreigon. Even stuff like Dragapult, if it's not Scarf as well, can end up getting knocked out by Outrage if I can afford to click it. It's also very good at revenging Pokemon like Zeraora and Cinderace because base 85 is a pretty good speed tier, so that's obviously very nice as well. I'm running Ironhead because it's able to hit all the fairies like Togekiss and Clef, while also being able to flinch, whereas Poison Jab basically does the same thing. But I think the flinch is better than the poison, so we're opting for this. What I'm going to do is add a Toxtricity to the team, because what I want to do is add ways to pressure Toxapex and Corviknight, which are really going to give this a hard time. Like, I have Earthquake, but it doesn't do damage to Toxapex, so that's sort of the issue with that. Let's go ahead and run Choice Specs with Overdrive, Volt Switch, Sludge Wave, and Boomburst. Also, we just have some good physical special split going on, like Physical Attacker here, Special Attacker, and Toxtricity, and we'll just go with Modest right now. I always love using Toxtricity, it's so fun. Like, it's prediction reliant, but when you get it right, it just feels so good. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the fact that all of its attacks OHKO everything, so yeah. What do I want to do now, though? That's the thing. We have a good late game cleaner somewhat in Kommo-o, but I don't really want to rely on Choice Locked Choice Scarfer with base of 110 attack to win games for me, so what can do a better job at actually sweeping through teams? I don't think another Choice Scarfer would be the way to go. It's either going to be like a setup Pokemon that can boost speed, or is that really the only option I have? Like maybe Dragon Dance or Dragapult here. I guess I could also run Trick Room like Hatterene. That's something I've been using a lot recently, and I always have success with that mon. Like, it's really good late game. If I don't want to run a setup Pokemon, then I guess that's the way to go, which I think I will do. I don't really want to run like Mimikyu again. Which obviously Mimikyu doesn't boost speed, but because it has Disguise, it can SD up multiple times, which basically makes it Shadow Sneak like just as good as a speed boost. Let's go ahead and run max HP, and then we'll go minus in speed here. Obviously it's Trick Room, like I want to make my speed as low as possible. If the opponent fails to put min speed on their Ferrothorn, I can actually underspeed it under Trick Room. Let's go Trick Room, Psyshock because it's better against Clefable, Dazzling Gleam, and Mystical Fire with the Life Orb right now. So that's going to be our late game win con. I'll put the 4 in Spidef, and alright, nice, I like that a ton, but I don't have any hazard game on the team yet. Do I go with a more offensive hazard core? I think I did that like somewhat recently with Sand, right? Might have been yesterday with the Flapple team, actually. I'm pretty sure it was. So I think today we can go with like a more defensive hazard core. What would I run though? So obviously the rockers I've generally been choosing are just stuff that can deal with Cinderace. So like Hippo, Toad, those are the main two ones. And then if I want a defogger that deals with our Iron Pelipper, that's really I think what's doing very well right now. And kind of want to give Toad another shot. So we're going to go ahead and run Toad today with Stealth Rocks and 3 attacks. Here I am running Toad for a second time after saying it would be bad like a week earlier, right? Let's go ahead and run Earth Power Knockoff with Leftovers, and we'll make it max Fizz-Def, of course, because I really need the ability to take on Cinderace, and then we'll run minus attack with 4 in Spidef. So that's really good. The one thing, I have to update my ability. The one thing is that the problem with Cinderace is if they have like a Kyurem or a Hydreigon in the back, they can easily just U-turn out into those Pokemon, and I'm in a bad spot anyway, so what I need to do is add a Pokemon that can defensively check those. So the defogger that generally does that is Corviknight, which Seismitoad Corviknight, definitely a good option. Mandibuzz would take on Hydreigon, but it does not deal with Kyurem, whereas Corviknight can due to the Spidef investment, and obviously the Steel typing. So do I go Corviknight, or is there like another defogger that actually takes those mons on? Rotom Heat just gives Hydreigon free subs or nasty plots, that's not worth my time right now. I think Corviknight's the only option that can actually take on dragons, right? Like, yeah, I don't see another bet here. Let's go ahead and do it. Ironhead, Defog, Roost, U-turn. Like, I'm trying to figure out another mon that can deal with that scenario of Cinderace U-turning, and there literally isn't another one, so this is what I'm going to do. And we'll go minus special attack. I'll put the 30 IVs in speed because I want to underspeed other Corviknights and whatnot, and now we have one team slot left. I think I might want to add something a bit more offensive. What do I want to do, though? So we have our Hazard Core done. We have the Fairy type done. What else would benefit the team, I guess? What am I weak to at this point? I guess, like, some sort of priority would be good, so Conkeldurr wouldn't be bad. The problem is, like, Kommo-o already covers my fighting offense. I don't think I need that. Cinderace could be fun, but I don't like Cinderace. It's kind of, like, I don't like the way it plays. Gengar. I think Gengar gets Sucker Punch, right? But I'm not running Sucker Punch Gengar. Shadow Sneak too, right? Oh, it doesn't get Shadow Sneak. I think if I'm not running Conk, what I generally do is run Life Orb Crawdaunt, which I did look at a bit earlier. I like the Aqua Jet priority on this team, just to threaten opposing Cinderace. That would be really good. Helps out against, like, other priority, because its speed tier isn't bad. Like, it can easily outspeed stuff like... Well, I mean, I would have to go Jolly for Aegis Slash, which I don't think I want to do, but... It will be able to take on Conkeldurr. Like, I'm pretty sure Conkeldurr hits, like, 189 with Adamant, and, like, maybe 208 or 207 with Jolly, so we should be able to deal with it using Adamant Nature anyway. And then I can run Adaptability with Life Orb, and then we'll go Swords Dance, Aqua Jet, Crab Hammer, and Knock Off, and I believe that will be the team, so I need to put 40 Vs in this thing as well, and that should be good, right? Let's go ahead and get a game. So I have the first game right here. We're playing against a pretty balanced looking team. I definitely need to watch out for Cinderace getting free U-turns into Kyurem, because if I keep on going Toad, then that's just going to happen whether I like it or not. Scarf Kommo-o could actually be kind of nice here if he gets caught off guard, but I think I have to conceal it. Trick Room Hatterene's easily my endgame. Yeah, Trick Room Hatterene plus SD Crawdaunt are going to be my best Pokemon. Let's try to figure out what I want to lead against the Cinderace, though, and I think Kommo-o is the answer. I think I just Earthquake. I don't know, I could also Close Combat if he tries to go Corviknight, but I think Earthquake would OHKO this. I hope he gets caught off guard. And I can knock him out here. That would be really good, because then he can't get that U-turn momentum into Kyurem over and over again like I was talking about. Wow, it didn't kill. That's a bit disappointing. I lose my Kommo-o right there. I thought it would kill, but I guess the attack stat isn't as good as I'm thinking. Bit unfortunate, but at least I can get up rocks now and start to pressure Kyurem. I didn't think he would go right into it on a potential knockoff, but I guess he didn't care. The thing is, my Corviknight takes this on, but I'm gonna get frozen, right? That's always how this goes. Whenever Kyurem throws off Ice Beam, it freezes like half the time. Oh, he's Modest. Wow. Well, the thing is, Modest still like needs a very high roll. I'm pretty sure Modest is like 55 max, and he just did 53 to me. Because I don't think Timid can do 53, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Timid does 52 max, although Modest, I'm pretty sure goes up to maybe 57 or 8 then. Yeah, 57, so ideally he doesn't get this roll and I'm able to U-turn. Into who? I think I should actually Iron Head. And then try to wrap it up with Crawdaunt. Like, that's doable. If I get the damage here. I need to live though. Like, don't get another high roll, dude. Come on. Why? I guess they were both mid rolls, but like, I would have loved to live and get my Iron Head. That would have been really helpful. Anyway, I'm gonna go to you now. That is a bit annoying though. Like, that's pretty unlucky. I'll go for Dazzle and see whether he wants to stay in. Because if he does, I can still win with Crawdaunt, but because I didn't get my Iron Head damage off, I don't know if that's possible. Well, he did stay in, so... he's kind of throwing, like, Crawdaunt can do it because he stayed in right there. I don't know why he did. I think I need damage on Conk though, right? If I remember correctly, Conk shouldn't die. Actually, why am I keeping this? Yeah, look, what am I doing here? I'm gonna Trick Room up. As I actually get my Trick Room up because he clicked Grass Knot, and I can Mystical Fire now. That's actually funny. Good Pex play, I guess. Like, works out for you. I'm gonna go Toxtricity here and just start clicking Boomburst. Like, I don't have much to lose off that. I guess he could go Corviknight if he really wants to. I think he's gonna try to get in Zeraora though. No, he opts to T-Spike on me, so I guess at some point I'm gonna have to switch out and bring this back in, right? I wonder what the Cinderace is though, because if it's not actually heavy duty boots, I could sweep with... Well, it's dead now. I could sweep with this alone, like, potentially, so... That's what I'm hoping for here. Goes Conch Elder, so I'm assuming this does outspeed. Yeah, so the play is go Toad. I shouldn't die to Facade, I want to say, and I can just throw off Scald here. I don't want him going Corviknight for free. As he's going to Drain Punch, okay. All good. Click Mach Punch here, right? I think it probably comes down to how much I can do with Crawdaunt in the end. Like, if I don't get burned by Toxapex, I probably win, but I need to make sure I get a good setup opportunity, so... What I'm going to do is Boomburst here. Zeraora can't kill me, right? He has to kill me with either Corviknight. This doesn't kill me at all. I don't die to anything. And then basically, I'm hoping that Crawdaunt can beat the other two. That's not going to kill. And actually, don't I just switch out and Overdrive through him now? Yeah. So basically, I forced him to try to use Zera to kill, because if he uses the other two, I get a free SD up and win the game, right? I think what he should have tried to do was go Corviknight and... like, get the kill with the U-turn, so that way Toxapex could try to burn Crawdaunt, but he didn't do that, obviously. Anyway, let's go ahead and knock off here. And Crawdaunt should do it. I was a bit worried after I didn't get that roll, but luckily we were able to do it with Toxtricity. That did so much, and yeah, we lock Overdrive and win. I think. He showed leftovers, he's not like Wakan Berry. So I killed that, and Toxapex is way too low to take my hit. So, nice. Okay. I'll get another game right now. So I have the next game right here. My opponent is running double fire offense, which is doable. Like, I have an offensive water type of my own and a defensive one. I'm just a bit worried that my defensive check isn't going to be able to beat both of them. Especially if I switch into, like, Darmanitan U-turns. That's going to be pretty concerning, but... We're going to try to set up Crawdaunt. I need damage on Hydreigon and Conch Elder mainly. Those are the two big ones. And then I can SD up in front of like Corviknight maybe. I think the play is to lead Kommo-o. And same situation. I think I just Earthquake immediately. As I think he is obviously Scarf because I was Scarf. So I'm able to do nothing there. I think I have to go for a switch into my own Corviknight. He's obviously going to U-turn, and I'm going to have to take one of those hits now because I got that play wrong. I should have maybe close combated turn 1, but he could have also gone Aegislash. Although I guess if Aegislash came in, it would probably be Balloon if it was a safe switch in. Because why would he go from like one ground weak Pokemon to the other, right? So that was my bad. The thing is, because this is Scarf, it doesn't really hit my Toad as hard as it would otherwise. And he goes for Blitz anyway, so I can Rocks up here. He might actually just stay into Blitz again to try to weaken me for Cinderace. And Aegislash. Do I want to predict that in Earth Power? If I knock this out, that would be amazing. I don't think I want to, though. Like, right here, I'm just going to knock off. Like, even though I don't want to take damage on this, Corviknight's really not that threatening, and I would rather get rid of its leftovers to help out my Hatterene. It's faster than me, by the way, so it has, like, speed. I don't know what to think about that, but I'm going to get them back up here. Yeah, why does the Corviknight have speed? What's with that? Well, I don't really have a good play against this, and it's not going to be Toad, so I have to probably sack somebody. I actually like Toxtricity, but... Let's see. I'm considering going out into my Corviknight. It doesn't really defensively deal with anybody on his team. It's just the U-turn is really good. It does help out against Hydreigon too, I guess. I don't want to stay in. I'm just going to go Corviknight. I don't think it's worth risking Toxtricity right now. That is very strong. I think that was like an Adamant max roll. Obviously Adamant. He would Drain Punch here, but I'm not going to try to get an Hatterene on that. I guess if I really wanted to, I could U-turn to Toxtricity. I don't know. This is hard. Like, I think the play is to sack this and then get in Toxtricity to try to Overdrive through him. As he goes Hydreigon, what? Okay, so I get free damage on Hydreigon. I kind of wish I U-turned now, but... it's fine. I don't think I died of Flamethrower if he's Scarf. Let's go ahead and check the roll. Because I think this would be the Scarf, even though Darmanitan showed it as well. Maybe not. It could be Life Orb, but like, if he's Life Orb, they don't run Flamethrower usually. They're usually Dark Pulse, so... He would need to be like a Life Orb Flamethrower here to knock me out. Which he is. Wow. Okay, I didn't think that would actually be a thing. They typically aren't that. Which is why I'm a bit confused. But I'm gonna go Kommo-o. And I think this is where I might have to make a play. Obviously, Outrage can win, right? I think the play is to go for close combat, because he's not going to expect it, right? So he knows I'm Scarf now, unless he was modest. Maybe he's modest, and I was able to just outspeed him naturally. So this wasn't Balloon, which is good to know. But I think the fact that I was able to kill the Hydreigon means I'm probably going to be able to sweep with Crawdaunt. We're going to go to Toad here, which I understand is risky considering double fire, but... He goes Conk, okay. So he's going to go for the knockoff again, perfect. Because now he should die to the next one. And I don't want him Drain Punching. If he goes Corviknight, that's fine. Like, the fact that he's faster than me is actually really helpful. I don't know why he's faster than me, that's so weird, but... It works out for me here. Goes for Brave Bird, okay. Can I get a burn though? Like, that would be great, because then I'm pretty sure well, he knocked me off, never mind. No burn. And I die. Well, not the best. I would have rather just, you know, not gotten burned. I mean, not... I would have been able to keep my rocks up, I think. Maybe not. But anyway, I get to click Overdrive now. Knock that out. The problem is, like, I don't have rocks up and these fire types have infinite switch-ins. But I think Crawdaunt probably wins. I want to say Crawdaunt can do it. Like, I've gotten rid of the defensive tool, which was Hydreigon, funnily enough. He would go for Blitz, right? What do you guys think? Do I... No, the play is hard Kommo-o. If I get burned, it's going to be bad, but... I don't. Good. And the play is to go for Earthquake here. I actually lived that, which is probably going to be helpful now that I'm thinking about it. Because I get rid of Darm, which was good speed control for like multiple of my team members. So I think I might be able to go Toxtricity here. Click Overdrive. And then he would be forced to go Cinderace. He actually sacks Age Slash. To Shadow Sneak me, right? Okay. So I think the play is to sack Hatterene. No, let's think here. I think the play might actually be to sack Crawdaunt. Conkeldur's at 32. That is Aqua Jet range. I think I stay in. Because if he goes for Power Ball, I get U-Win and I click Aqua Jet here. And then I outspeed the Conkeldurr too. So even if he goes for Sucker Punch here, which is the only way he can change his typing before I attack, I do 2-hit KO him as you can see, and then I can Aqua Jet him again this turn. If he switches out then comes back into Aqua Jet, I think Hatterene would live, assuming I somehow die to crit Sucker Punch. Which I don't think would happen. So yeah, this should be a guaranteed win, because he would have to switch out, come back in, crit me with Sucker Punch, and then crit my Hatterene as well with Power Ball. Which would be just ridiculously unlucky. And you can see I have 209 speed here. Honk reaches max 207 even with Jolly. And I believe I got the damage I needed to put it in range of the Aqua Jet right now. This is Adamant Life Orb boosted. Yep, and that's going to pick off the Conkeldurr, so I'll be right back. So I have the next game right here. My opponent has Cloyster and Cinderace, which is really annoying because I have to keep Toad at full to Earth Power Cloyster, but then Cinderace is such a big threat, right? This one's going to be difficult, but I think it might be winnable. We're leading off with Toxtricity. This is great, I can Sludge Wave, and like his best switch-in is Dragapult, which I don't think he would even go hard into. I guess he could just stand and try to flinch me down, but he goes Kommo-o, which is clearly like very offensive. Hold up, I'm gonna get in mine. As he doubles in Cloyster, okay, this is good. And I think I have to close combat, like, I could Iron Head into Togekiss, I guess, but I don't want to here, like, it's really not worth it. So I kill Cloyster, meaning I can use Toad for Cinderace now. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm very happy with it. This is DD though, which is like such a problem. So I think we're going to make some plays here. We're going to go Hatterene and then go Crawdaunt on the Phantom Force. As he's Steel Wing. Ah, okay, that's really bad. I don't know if I can beat this thing. I think that was a mistake. I shouldn't have tried to do this. Alright, well, we're going to Aqua Jet here to try to get damage. I think that's actually a mistake. I don't think you OHKO my Corviknight, dude. Alright, don't show Phantom Force now. Okay, good. That was really bad, but like... I'm surprised he Dragon Danced again. I think he should have just attacked that turn. So he goes to Cinderace. It's probably bulk up, right? So I'm going to go for U-turn. He HJKs into me. Fair play. Okay, I'm going to go Toad Heater. And I think getting up rocks for Togekiss is probably the maneuver to make. That hurts. I get leftovers back though. And out comes Togekiss now, which I have to knock off. Or try to knock off. If it's Substitute, that's really bad. It was Heavy Duty Boots, so if I can force it out using Kommo-o, then I should be able to win. That hurts. I might have to break through with Hatterene, maybe. I don't know. Do I go Kommo-o and try to Iron Head it, or do I go Toxtricity? The thing is, if I go Toxtricity and I break through, I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed win. Just between these two. Like, we have his Kommo-o at 19. I think I could literally set up a Trick Room or just try to sweep with Close Combat, but if I get full... Yeah, I'm just going to go for it. I don't think going Kommo-o here is the play. Come on, Toxtricity. Break through this thing. Yes, okay, good. Because, like, say I Iron Head, I would have had to break through this anyway, and I don't get anything out of it, right? I think this was definitely the correct play. I can't let this set up. It opts to knock me out. And I think the thing to do first is maybe get up the Trick Room. Let's think though, if I get up Trick Room and and Trick Room is still up when Kommo-o comes in, I'd lose to Grimmsnarl. Okay, we're gonna do this first. And then I'm going to switch out on the Grimmsnarl, I think. Yep, he's going to go Grimmsnarl. I got to go Hatterene here. I think maybe I should have gone Hatterene. Okay, he actually opts to set up Screen, though, which I don't think was the correct play. Does he have Taunt, though? That's the big thing. I think I Dazzle immediately. Okay, I can take that. I think it just comes down to whether my Kommo-o can beat the Cinderace or not, which I don't know if it can. But there's no point in setting up Trick Room now. He's going to Power Ball me, and then it comes down to whether my Kommo-o can beat that thing. It is Boots. Yeah, I think I actually lose this. Maybe. Okay, that didn't kill me, so I got a Psyshock off. I don't know whether he's locked into that. I think I just click Outrage. That does 2-hit KO. He went for his Zen Headbutt, and I don't think I'm in Sucker Punch range. And we were able to knock out the Cinderace. Okay. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. Okay, Hawlucha, that is a really scary Pokemon against my team. I think if I can damage Rillaboom, then I can maybe go for an Aqua Jet endgame, but I don't know how I beat Hawlucha if it SDs. So who do you try to SD on, right? Kommo-o and Toad. I guess you could SD up on Corviknight. That's a lot of targets. I don't know if this is doable, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. If he's going to lead off with a Drill for the rocks, I'm going to U-turn into Kommo-o, and I think he's going to get baited into staying in. Well, this is fine. I think he might have U-turn as well. I'm going to try to U-turn. But, like, a Hawlucha is such an issue. Let's see what he tries to U-turn to, though. Like, maybe Aegislash would make some sense. I guess he could just knock off, too, if he wants to do that, but he does go for the U-turn, yeah. Wow, huge crit. He did 12% instead of 8%, guys. I'm going to lose the game because of that now. Let's go ahead and try to... Well, because Grassy Terrain's up, I can't Earthquake this, so... Maybe the better play is just to go Toxtricity and throw off Boomburst. I don't hate that idea. If he stays in, he's dead. If he goes to Drill, I break the Sash or whatever it is. And I can get in Toad safely on that because it's not, like, going to do damage with Earthquake due to the terrain. I do 67, and yeah, I just go Toad here. He can't do damage to me because of his own terrain. Unless he's Drill Run, I should have cancelled or High Horsepower. No, he has Earthquake, okay. Let's go ahead and get up rocks. And then I just throw off Earth Power, or maybe knock off, but I think Earth Power is the better play if he's going to spin. And then he's going to get back into Rillaboom, right? Now the thing is, I've already acknowledged the fact that I cannot go Corviknight on Rillaboom because he gets the free U-turn into Hawlucha and I automatically lose, so... Yeah, that's not happening. We're going to make a different play here. Yeah, I'm going to have to go Toxtricity. I literally can't allow him to U-turn. I need to find out whether that's banded or not, because if it is banded, that makes this pretty easy. I just go Corviknight here. I feel like it probably isn't, but it could be. Toxtricity, Grassy Surge. What is Drum Beating's base power, by the way? Is it 100? Because that's a really good move. No, it's only 80. So he is banded. I can take that just fine, and once again, I think I have to U-turn, right? I can't let him get a Hawlucha on this, but I could just defog and hope he doesn't. Like, let's try it. Maybe I haven't shown my attack yet, right? He might think that I have Brave Bird. Yeah, I don't want to give up momentum here. If he's going to try to U-turn on my Toad, then I don't want that. And right here, what I can do is bring out the Kommo-o. This is so hard. Like, if I went Toad right there and U-turned back to Rillaboom, I think it would have been a lot worse. Maybe I should have just switched out. I don't know. Maybe keeping Toad healthy will help me out against Aegislash, though. I think it might. So I don't pick that off. He goes for Taunt. So right here, he would go Rillaboom, right? I think I want to predict that, maybe? No. Like, who do I even predict that with? Right? Like, I don't have a good play. Yeah, I can't really switch out on it. That's the problem here. So I think the play is to sack off Toxtricity, then get in Hatterene. Or maybe back into this, depending on what move he goes for. Goes for Drum Beating. Yeah, then I just bring this back in. And I want to say I should Outrage. Aegislash. Okay, that's... I don't know if I can win from this position. The one hope that I have is that I can set up the Trick Room now that I've gotten damage on Aegislash for Mystical Fire. He's already SDing up. But the thing is, my Toad's at full, so that should be able to deal with this, I want to say. But then I might have to burn Hawlucha, depending on how that works out. I will die to Shadow Sneak here. I could keep it around, I guess. Do I think this has a better shot of winning than Crawdaunt? Probably. If Zeraora is in range, this could actually win. Hold up. Do I keep Crawdaunt or do I keep... No, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to go Crawdaunt here. And try to Aqua Jet for the KO. Or I could knock off and play off a Choke, but I don't think he would Choke here into Rillaboom. Yeah, so I'm able to knock it out. He goes for Sneak. And now Rillaboom comes back in, right? Yeah, I just Jet here for damage. I don't think it's worth it to keep the Aqua Jet at this point. And basically, I'm trying to set up an Outrage endgame here. That's my only win con. So this chip is going to be vital for that, and then basically what I have to do is get in Hatterene after and try to hit this thing as hard as possible. Although, I don't even know if Hatterene takes a Drum Beating. Okay, it does. Well, that's not Adamant. I think we're going to have to go for that roll. Oh, he went for a U-turn. I think he messed up. Do I take the turn to trick? I guess we're Trick Rooming now. The Degrassi Terrain's up. I hope this is less than 40. Because that'll be good for Cinderace Sucker Punch. And I Trick Room up and I think I sweep him. Because Zeraora, everything dies to Psyshock, I think. Yep, there's Trick Room. He's gonna Sucker Punch me here, right? I should live that. We don't have to talk about it, okay? It doesn't have to be talked about. Oh wait, but he is giving me a chance? I don't know what that was. I forgot. Just it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. We're gonna Mystical Fire here. That did knock it out. That was so dumb. I can't believe I actually forgot that. To be fair, I'm not used to it. Like, it's a very new mechanic this generation, but no excuse, right? Yeah, I knocked that out, and I can beat the Hawlucha with what I have. Yeah, because I just Psyshock here, and then basically what I have to do is go to this, click Outrage. If it doesn't kill, I should still be able to kill it with Toad, because he can't kill me with anything, and I can Scald. Just forget turn something. I don't know what turn that I messed up on, but I don't know why I didn't Sucker Punch the following turn. I'll be right back. So I won. Totally flawless win, right? Definitely made no mistakes that game. Let's go ahead and lead off with my... everything gets 6-0'd by Bisharp here, so I guess I'm keeping Toad healthy. I mean, Kommo-o is good against that too. Togekiss is always a pain, but I think He would lead either Inteleon or Corviknight. I guess if he wants to get up early hazards, Mew. But I think Inteleon makes more sense, given this. So let's do this in response to that. Although I could just keep the Aqua Jet for later. I really want to go for knockoff into Jet, though, to try to deal with Mew. Because they're typically, like, Taunt, and then, like, well, actually, you guys think it's Rock's Bisharp? I don't know. Because, like, Rock's Mew is typically used on HO teams, and this doesn't look very offensive, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, he has a Corviknight, which is really the thing. Whatever, dude. I'm gonna go for Crawdaunt late, and if he has, like, Dazzling Gleam or Energy Ball on the Mew, then he got me. But this is my play here. I'm gonna click knockoff. He goes for Will-O-Wisp and misses, and has a Colbur Berry. Well, that obviously worked out for me. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to risk it early, but, like, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do this. Obviously, that was a really lucky turn. Should I, like, let him burn me just to make up for it? Nah, let's not bother. I'll let him burn this. Goes for U-turn. This thing's annoying, but I think Hatterene here is the play, and we're just gonna set up Trick Room early on. He might go Corviknight, but he could also just stay in. I don't know what he has though. Like, he showed Will-O-Roost. This should be the Rocker, and then, like, what's the last slot? Taunt? He might just be completely walled by me. So I'm just gonna Mystical. Is he Focus Sash Bisharp? Maybe I go Toad and get up Rocks instead. Goes for knockoff. I think he might be Sash Bisharp, but I could have also Mystical Fired there and knocked him out. I don't want to risk it though, because Hatterene is good. He brings this out. I want to see how fast it is though, because if it is offensive, it'll be... Okay, so he's just a defensive set. And then I can click Rocks right here. And I should be able to get them back up, depending on whether he has Brave Bird. So he's going to go Mew, right? Which I'm pretty sure is hard-walled by my Hatterene, so that's good to know. I think if Bisharp comes out again, I'm just going to try to break this. I'm just going to try to Mystical Fire. Good play. Yeah, solid play for sure. I'm going to go Toxtricity. I don't think you risk Zeraora, right? Zeraora is better than Corviknight in the game. I'm going to Overdrive. Yep. Because he's expecting Boomburst on the Zera, but I know he's not going to risk it, so I'm going to make the play that attacks what's in front of me. So out comes Zeraora. I'm going to go hard Scarf Kommo-o, I think. Let's think about that. I could also go Burned Corviknight, but I don't want him trying to sub or anything like that. Goes for Grass Knot, hoping I bring out Toad. Well, that worked out for me. And I want to say I can Earthquake here. Pick it off, and then basically, like, Togekiss is the big threat now. Because I can beat Bisharp using the Toad still. I still have Aqua Jet too. I just have to beat the Togekiss. Which I don't have a ton of speed control for, but I can use Corviknight as a pivot and try to Aqua Jet through it maybe. Yeah, there's that. We go Corviknight here. Doubles an Inteleon, which is fine. I'm going to U-turn on this mon. And then... the thing is, he doesn't kill my Toxtricity, so I can hit that through. If he crits me with Snipe Shot immediately, I'm going to lose the game, but he didn't, so works out. I don't know, I feel bad for the miss for sure, but anyway. It's still not over, technically. Like, I could lose to this mon for sure. He goes for that. I'm going to maybe try to set up Trick Room this turn. Well, the thing is, if he isn't locked in, I don't want to do that just yet. So instead, let's go to you, click Iron Head. If he goes Mew, I double in Hatterene. The reason I'm keeping Corviknight is to pressure stall Air Slashes in case that's my win con against that mon. So right here I go to it. Yeah, I think he's Scarf, so he's trying to play it to where... This is a bit annoying. How can I beat this mon? Goes Mew. Does he double it in again? Because he's losing Air Slashes very fast. I don't know if he wants to continue committing to that. He tries to get up Rocks, and now I can Trick Room up in the win. Yeah, I'll be right back. So I have the 6th game right now. My opponent has a Ditto, which is good for me because it's not really going to stop my win condition being Hatterene, but you know it will. The Ferrothorn, so I have to try to deal with that. Another Togekiss, by the way, so that's really problematic. I think if he's going to lead Drill, I can't really lead Toxtricity, but I could lead Corviknight here and try to U-turn. So I should have let Toxtricity in the end. I think, looking at this matchup, I have to keep Corviknight for Togekiss if it's Scarf. Yeah, we're gonna go Kommo-o. Fortunately, he crit me right there, which isn't the best. So what I'm hoping is that he has Play Rough and he tries to use that here, but if he doesn't have Play Rough, he's gonna switch out. I actually hope he has the coverage for me in this situation, because that means he might stay in and die, yeah. So that's really good. I don't know why people don't expect this, but... Well, I do know why. It's because it's really bad, but here we are getting kills with it, right? And now he's probably going to go Togekiss and try to do stuff. Yeah. Togekiss is kind of a pain. I'm going to go Corviknight first. Goes right for Flamethrower. I don't know if he's locked into that or not, but I'm going to Roost here. Because if he is, then he needs to crit me or burn me. I think this is probably Scarf 2. 2 as in like the last one was Scarf, not like something else in his team was Scarf. So let's see. If he copies my Toxtricity with his Ditto, he copies my ability, I believe, right? So my Boomburst would do half damage to him. That's how Punk Rock works, right? You just take less damage from sound moves. It's not Bunk Rock, it's Punk Rock. Yep, okay, so that means our Toxtricities are weaker against each other in that situation. Is there anything he could copy to try to use as a win condition here? Not really in the current situation, if I'm being honest. Like, I have defensive responses to everything he could do with Ditto. So I think my game plan should just be try to focus on that Hatterene win con, but I need damage on Ditto for that. And ideally damage on this too. So I wonder what he's thinking so hard about here. Because if he's locked into Flamethrower, his play is to go hard into Ferrothorn and try to get up Hazards or hard into Conk. If he's not locked into Flamethrower, he can try to Air Slash me in range of Flamethrower. But then if he took an Iron Head, he would be in a worse off position. Yeah, I wonder what's up. Like, if you're locked into Flamethrower, you can't stay in. 60 seconds? Yeah, I don't know what he's thinking about. I might just cut the video until he picks, but... Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I'll be right back. So the guy decided to wait until his timer was below 5 seconds to pick. I don't really get why. It's T-Wave. Okay, so that means it's not Scarf, meaning it's easier to deal with to some extent. Except this isn't very good. I did get my U-turn. I wasn't just going to sit there and let him do that. I would rather just get this in now and start to throw off Boomburst. I'm actually faster than him, which is really nice here. How slow are you, dude? Like, I'm modest Toxtricity and you're getting undersped. Like, what? Or outsped. Yeah, I don't get that. Like, why are you so slow on this thing? Now this thing is in range of Crawdaunt Sakura Jet, so it's really not too big of a deal anymore. I just wish my Corviknight wasn't so low, that's the thing, but I guess because Corviknight was really here just to help deal with this, it's fine. Like, it's not the end of the world, but I'm just really, like, perplexed about his speed tier. Like, what is that investment? He also just gives it to me when he has 2 great resists in the back. Like, that thing could have still done stuff for him. So what is this set? Thunder Wave, Flamethrower, Air Slash, Roost? Probably. I guess it could be sub T-Wave to attacks as well. And because he couldn't sub, maybe he didn't see the value in keeping it around? I don't know. But I think at this point what I should try to prioritize is... I'm gonna hit this here. Goes right for the leech. Because I'm still out of range of Mach Punch, I actually do want to switch out this time. Yeah, we're gonna go Hatterene on the Gyro Ball. That's fine. I don't think I need to set up Trick Room to win. I'm just gonna Mystical Fire. Knock that thing out. And I'm still out of range of Conkeldur's Mach Punch with Toxtricity. This was a game, certainly. He tries to SD up, hoping I go Toad, and then he would try to flinch it, I guess, was what he was hoping for. But anyway, he can't win. There's literally nothing he can do to bring this game back, I don't think. Like, I might keep this as an Outrage resist if he tries to copy me with Kommo-o, because if he did actually do that and locked Outrage, I could get swept due to my Corviknight being so low, so I think that is the smart thing to do. If he goes Conk here, the play is to go hard Corviknight, I think. And then basically I sack that off, get in Toxtricity, force the kill with Boomburst, and when the Ditto copies my Toxtricity, I have multiple ways around that, like Scarf Kommo-o and Toad. So he just timed out. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here against a Sun team. Probably going to be the last one. I definitely have to watch out for Venusaur. In fact, what is the check? Toxtricity can take unboosted Weather Ball, I think. But if it's Earth Power, that's worse off for me. Fortunately, Corviknight's not Brave Bird. That would be a lot better. I think I'm just going to try to set up a Kommo-o endgame with close combat. That seems to be the best way to do this. If he led off with Darmanitan immediately, I would have probably lost the game, like, right off the gate, because he would get the freest Flare Blitz into my Toad, but I kind of just banked on him not doing that, because now I get to throw off Specs Overdrive. Hold up, why am I going for Boomburst? I think Overdrive is for sure the better option, because it hits Corviknight, which I think he might try to pivot to first. Actually goes Instant, which that does get 2-hit KO'd. I don't know if he's Scarf, but I'm staying in. I don't think he's Choice Scarf. I don't know, like, he's not Choice Scarf, okay. So now he goes Venusaur or Darm. Goes Darm. Because Toad doesn't even check anybody else because they have grass moves, I'm just going to go into it here. And I can actually get up rocks, which is kind of nice for me. And then I would say just knock off immediately. It's the best thing to do if he tries to growth. Get rid of its Life Orb, reduce its power, and then try to revenge it with Kommo-o after. In fact, what I'm going to do is bring this in to prevent him from getting too much Giga Drain recovery. I can't go hard Kommo-o though, because, like, even though the Weather Ball is obvious, it's really not going to be worth it in the long run. He forgot about my ability, or he just hoped that I was soundproof. I don't know what happened, but if he actually gets the 2-turn. So maybe he just clicked Weather Ball forgetting about Bulletproof, I don't know. I got the 3-turn unfortunately, so he's going to get the Defog, which I am not very happy about, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of a guaranteed win because of this situation Venusaur is in right now. Yeah, Venusaur being low is great. We're going to go, like, look at Crawdaunt now. We're going to go out into Toad, because I want to force in Venusaur to try to Giga Drain, which I'm not going to let happen, obviously. We're going to go right back into Kommo-o on the Giga Drain and just throw off CC this time. Brings out Torkoal. This is really good for me, though. I'm happy with this. Obviously, I can't really sack Kommo-o off, but that's really not the biggest deal ever when I can go Hatterene here. Do I set up Trick? Actually, yeah, we're going to set up Trick Room. Go for Dazzle here. Unfortunately, he burned me, which reduces my longevity a bit, but I think I still have enough attacks in this thing to make it work. In fact, I think Mystical Fire would kill here, so I want to try to catch Corviknight with that. As he actually goes Venusaur. So I think once this Trick Room goes down, Kommo-o should be able to wrap it up for today. I'm trying to set it up to where Kommo-o can, you know, win the game, but it might just have to be Crawdaunt because obviously I'm facing Sun. That got blown back. And yeah, close combat's probably going to be able to sweep, it's looking like. Goes Torkoal. I mean, can't kill me. Goes for Lava Plume. And yeah, we can beat these last two very easily, so GG. This will either Flare Blitz or U-turn. I honestly don't care which one it goes for. Like, goes for Flare Blitz, and then we're going to try to do it with Kommo-o first, and then we'll use Crawdaunt after if I have to. Okay, and now it's going to win. Actually, that might live. It did. Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to win the game, but I was hoping Kommo-o could, you know, sweep because it's the featured mon. But anyway, basically all I have to do here is get up rocks. And I don't know if he plans on sitting here until we're going to lose this exchange. Like, I think he has to hope I choke away Crawdaunt, basically. Which I'm never going to go hard Crawdaunt. Like, I'll just let him knock me out. That's the better thing to do. Yeah, he's playing off my choke into Crawdaunt, which I'm not going to do here. Yeah, do all that you want, dude. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't know when he's going to understand this game is done. Pick that off, and, you know, I kind of want to give Kommo-o the kill, but I have a feeling he's just going to forfeit here. I'm not going to click Aqua Jet just to give Kommo-o this kill. I don't even think anything like a crit Flare Blitz would knock out Kommo-o. So yeah, that's going to be that. I did hope y'all enjoyed. You can find the team down below in the description. We did go 7-0, so that was pretty cool, and I'll see you next time. Later.